Just want to do a quick video about the setup on the suspension for this truck, the HSP Brontosaurus. I'm showing this on the cheaper car because it's easier, because it has the, not the cheaper one, but the less, anyways, this has these big ass tires that get in the way of everything. It's really easy to see. There's a few things you can do, I think, that will improve the geometry and make it handle better than it comes set up as. So go over basically just settings, which holes to use in the suspension and stuff. So what I like to do, starting at the front, I have this top arm on the bottom hole of the 3 holes, and in the middle on the top outside of the 4 holes, like that. And then that allows a nice linear, consistent movement that doesn't change the wheel position when it moves up and down. And then with the steering control tie rod, have that on the outside of this, on the bottom with a ball joint, and then on the top of the steering here. And then I have a nut on the bottom of that. This is threaded with Loctite, but then also a nut just to keep it. And then washers. It'd be great to be able to just put a ball joint there, but there's not enough room with the differential case. When it goes to full steering lock, if you put a ball joint in there, it hits in there, which is hard to see. But anyways, so bottom of the 3 holes, outside, top of the 4 holes, and there's no real adjustment you can do on the bottom in terms of placement for that. Then with the shock, I have it in the inside to get a little bit more travel and height. Not travel, but a little more height. And then on here, on the very most outside of these mounts. That way you can get the shock fairly close to vertical, which is nice. So that's how I set up the front, and it has worked really well. It controls a lot more consistently. And then if you put M4 washers on the inside, in between the axle cup stub where it goes in, that eliminates a lot of the play on that in there. Anyways, then on the back, I have this set up kind of potentially strangely to some, but actually going across like that. And that seems to prevent this from rotating this way. This is all bearing slop, but with that on an angle going from the motor side, chassis side on the front to the front, towards the front of the vehicle on the inner mount, and towards the rear of the vehicle on the outer mount. And then I have that set up on the outside of these 4 holes, bottom outside of those 4, and bottom outside of those 4 on the inner mount. So that works really well. And then the same thing with the shocks in the inner mount here and the outermost mount up top. And that seems to work really, really well. Anyway, so yeah, for the suspension setup, that's how I would recommend it. And you kind of want to get these 2 arms, the lower and the upper arm, as parallel as you can, That'll help the thing move and stay the same through its whole travel. And yeah, give that a go if you give a shit. That's what's up with the suspension setup on this. Have a good day.